Today we're going to be talking about breastfeeding your husband after a baby, and really it's something that people are still not conversant with. What I mean by conversant, you understand that word alone. Why would they even demand breast milk from their wives? Like, they're so selfish. They should know that the woman just put to bed. Why would they even be doing that? Do you know that actually even the women themselves that experience something like, they are even the one in support? They are even the one in support of this. They are the one in support of. So don't be worried about that. And we're going to be talking about the reasons why. Like, is it a ritual? I heard somewhere in one of the research I was doing about this topic today that it's like some people in some parts of the world, they take it as a ritual. Why they do it as a ritual? Sucking their breast. Like, when I said, wow, nah, this is not a good thing at all. Why do some people they do that? Why? Because they heard, or research already said, that breast milk is good for the baby, it's nutritious to them, like it makes them feel strong, their bones are strong, and all of that. That's why they go on and like demanding such from their wives. So we're going to be talking about the reasons today. Like I said when I was talking about this, I said some women, they even support this. So you should not be worried about the women that are, into this stuff, okay, breastfeeding their husbands. So we're going to be talking about that today. And if this is your first time of joining us, you're very, very much welcome. I'm so happy. Can't you see the way I'm glowing? It's because of you, okay? So I'm so happy that you joined us today and you were able to do that. Please, if you've not subscribed, subscribe. And while you do that, please don't forget to hit on the bell, okay? That bell notifies you whenever we have new content, and also share to people, and just check out what we do. So we're going to get right back to
I'm just gonna say it.
welcome back. And like I said, it's reasons why they breastfeed their husband. So women breastfeed their husband after a baby. It's not a selfish act. For some that they hear this, they're like, no, their men are so selfish. Not a selfish act. It's not a way of exploiting the women, but they have their reasons. So one of the reasons might be is because they have oversupply. In fact, the main reason is just because, for me, I feel this is just from my own side, and that's why I love everybody comment. Like I just love your comments there, and tell me, especially if some people I know, there are some that they cannot just disclose this, telling people that they are husbands. So it's true, something like this internet, like sensitizing people, like what I'm doing. That is the only way they can, okay, know and have more knowledge about why would this happen, if really, especially for those women that are experiencing such things, okay? So they go through internet, doing some research. What would they do? They don't just want to disclose it to people because they're so ashamed, or they just want to keep their home, okay? Or they don't want to disclose their husband character outside or something like that. So one of the reasons, like I said, the reasons why they demand this from their wives, men demand this, is over when they have so much breast milk. There are some women that are so blessed with breast milk, and when breast milk becomes something that you cannot control anymore, like your dresses are so stained, like anywhere you go, you at night you just have to pick up a napkin to put by your side to be able to to the excess breast milk. So there are some women that are so blessed with breast milk. The reason is just because of the so much supply of breast milk that they have, and their husbands help them, okay, to drain out the rest. I know that some people, if they don't have, like, their husband are not just interested, like, when you hear this, or some they hear, they're like, oh no, I don't think that's for me. There are some men, they can't even think of doing it at all. Why there are some, they do it just because they just want to know how the breast milk, how it tastes, what it's like, especially if you are just someone that so much love your wife. There are some people, they love their wife extraordinarily, okay? So maybe they're so intimate, okay? Intimate, like the intimacy at the verge of doing that. When they're so intimate with each other, they can go extra mile, especially when they don't care if it's breast milk, they're ready to do that. Anything you say, they're ready to do it for their wives. So maybe during the foreplay or doing that, they just want, like, oh, and the breast milk is just pouring away. They just want to have a taste of it. Why there are some, because when I was introducing this topic, I talked about there are some, they heard that breast milk helps the bones, improves baby's growth, and all of it. So they just want to also, okay, suck the breast milk. They just want to also feel strong like the baby. But let me tell you, research has shown it's only good for the baby. Breast milk is only for the baby. It's not for the adults. If you're going to do that, and that's why I'm here in this video, it's just because of intimacy reason, or maybe as a result of maybe you're already feeling the urge to have sex, and you go on doing that, and something might just lead to another. You just suck the breast, and breast milk, you just want to mistakenly enter your mouth. That might push you to do that. So they have other reasons. when they have heightened arousal. I told you one of the videos I did that most women, they have this, you know what they have so much high sex drive. Yes, they have so much high sex drive. So that sex drive might lead them to do something like that, okay, breastfeed their husband. Maybe coincidentally, while they are doing that, something might just happen, and maybe the man, like I told when I was starting this video, I said men, they behave like babies, okay? So when they hear this, they don't take it as a surprise. To some it's surprise, and some it's not a surprise to them. So they love breast at itself. So when the breast milk is already coming as a result of feeding the baby, when the baby just arrives, it's not a problem for some of the men. So it improves intimacy, okay, it improves arousal. If it's something that, especially the woman, okay, during period of breastfeeding, for those that don't know, it's just a time of stress for the woman, and the woman needs some vitamins to be able to rejuvenate herself. She's just restless, especially at night during the day. So for her to ease up stress, there are some women, they have different reasons of easing up stress for themselves. So it might help them heighten their arousal, okay, for that act of sex, okay, with their husbands, okay. So maybe that is the reason why they love their breasts. That some women, they have different points of contact. What really makes them feel this heightened arousal in them is when their husband do such, okay, breast suck their breast. So that might lead the man doing that, okay. As we have reasons why people go in doing this acts, breastfeeding their husband after a baby, we also have the reason why some people will not even think about that at all. Like, oh no, they can't even think about that, okay. So another reason really why they don't, like most men can't do that at all, it's just because like the act of it alone, like talking about it alone, visualizing about it alone, like doing it alone, is not just what is in their dictionary at all, okay. So that is just one of the reasons why they do not even want to think about that. Why there are some, they feel breast milk is not tasty. So like, even if I told, there are a lot of reasons, like I told you, listed in one of this section of this video, that the reason why, because they find out that the breast milk makes their babies, their bones to be strong, and it makes them grow fast, and all of those stuff, nutritious. So even if I told some men, they hear about all these benefits of breast milk, they can't even think about that. And like I said to you guys, please, breast milk doesn't do all that. It only does that for the baby. It's not meant for this. So the other things you men can take. Why there are some, they found out that maybe immediately their wives, immediately their wife just brought the baby into the world, they started feeling this jealous inside of them. That's why before I started, I really need to start you from somewhere. When I told you that they said there's some men, they behave like babies, okay. So when they demand breast milk, so immediately the woman, your wife, just bring the baby to the house, especially the first time, there's this kind of withdrawn attitude, like you're now beginning to be withdrawn from your wife. So the baby is now standing in the gap. There is no space anymore to indulge or you divulge your wife. So the baby coming in, this I'm telling you is real. Some people like, why would there be any man like that will just bring baby and will be jealous that the baby is breastfeeding or taking over him in his property? There are some men, like, that's why I'm here to sensitize people, and a whole lot of people, if you don't know, are really looking into this on research. They are trying to find out more. They go into, trying to know why would they. So when people are so inquisitive of something, that shows to you that it's a very, very important topic. Okay, so why some men, they can't even think about it at all is because infection. All right, if you don't know, infection itself can make them not to think about that. On the part of the man, maybe the man has an infection and maybe he loves it, he loves doing that. Because of infection, they might just not even think about that at all. All right, I already listed to you that the first reason, even if at all you're telling them that breast milk can help them improve their well-being, just like a baby, doing that alone, they might even go on doing it, but they don't want to even think about that at all. So the second reason I already listed to you, that it might not be good for some people. Maybe they have reasons, because maybe they have yeast infection. During pregnancy, a whole lot of things can happen. So women, they experience infection, so it takes time after putting to bed, because when pregnant, you are not advised by doctors that really know what they are doing, not to take most of these infection medicines or preventions, okay, to prevent the infection. So after you put to bed or you had a baby, you cannot go on doing that. So at that moment of breastfeeding your baby, you must even want to think about that, especially if the two of you are so close and maybe your wife might be close to you, that they have infection. So the art of doing this breastfeeding after a baby, don't even think about that, because it might also make the infection and the disease to grow more. Why some people will not even think about that, or disadvantage, or really want to advise people not to go about breastfeeding their husbands of HIV. I told you already, infection might be one of them, HIV also may be one of them. We know that there are some preventions, medicines they give to patients with HIV when they are pregnant. So I won't ever advise anybody to do or think about breastfeeding their husband. So these are one of the reasons. If you think that you want to heighten your arousal, there are other ways. There are other ways to heighten your arousal. Yes, you're somebody that before you had a baby or before breastfeeding, you love your husband touching those parts of the body, your breast and all those that part. And because of that, because of the HIV you have, I'm not advise you doing that. Even if I told that breast sucking or whatever really heightens your sex drive. So I would advise you not to do that. Risk of pregnancy, high risk of pregnancy is when you have if you have a miscarriage. Like miscarriage can occur. Okay, there's some people, they have history of miscarriage. It happens often and often. There are other things, there are some things you have to prevent for you not to do that at all. If you are pregnant and you find out that your husband sucks your breast and you're experiencing yes, sucks your breast, and maybe when it does that, because we know that there's some kind of hormones that connects these things, that pregnancy and breast. Okay, so when you find out that your husband sucks it or takes your breast or maybe whatever, okay, with you while you're pregnant, you experience miscarriage, please, I would advise you not to continue doing that. Okay, so I know, but the main reason is because for me, these two reasons is just the main reason here I'm going to pick out from this video today. One is because there are some women that are so blessed with so much breast milk, like they have so much breast milk, they're so blessed with so much breast milk, and if they have so much oversupply of this breast milk, it pours, it embarrasses them. It's not an embarrassment because they're blessed, okay? So they will want, if they have that kind of partner that can help them do that, there's nothing wrong doing that, okay? As far as it's safe. Like I told you, there are other things that will make you not to even think about that, and to not advise infection and those things I listed. So another reason, maybe because they want to heighten their arousal. There's some women, they have this heightened arousal when you do that. You know what I'm talking about. So when you do that, so they don't take it as anything wrong when their husband. The only thing there is just to look for how to save measures to to be able to keep the breast milk not to stain you or whatever. So I told you can use a napkin, you can use anything to prevent that. So it's just left for you to know how to deal each other. So thank you very much for staying up to this moment. I think this is just where we're going to round up today. We have more series on this. We have a whole lot, okay, for you people, especially for those that are still looking on this topic. They don't want to come out in public, or they want to meet a counselor, they don't want to meet people that are into this stuff, like professionals are into this stuff, because they just want to keep their home safe. All right, because of that, they go into internet, go into research, looking in and out to look for how to resolve these problems. So please leave everything there in the comment section if you want to know more, and please don't forget to subscribe for us to show more of this topic. Like this video, please don't forget. If I've not said that, please like and also share. Right, so I love you people, I love everyone, I love you all. Thank you for staying back even up to this moment. We're gonna meet on the next one, but to tell you bye.